Hello, my friends, and wherever you are out there, I hope you're having a great Saturday. And today, what I want to talk about is connecting with your truth and sharing it with the world, connecting with your greatness. You may be thinking, hey, wait a sec, Chris, didn't you do a post last time about connecting with your greatness within? Well, to be honest, connecting with your greatness, connecting with the truth, they're all one and the same. Because your greatness is your truth, just like your truth is your greatness. And so many of us have a truth. So many of us have a power within us. And so many times we keep it bottled up. We don't share it with the world. There are so many people out there with so many incredible God-given talents that they can change the world. So today, that's what I want to talk about. Connecting with your truth, because we all have a truth. And nobody's truth is the same. Connecting with that truth and sharing it with the world. And I want to share with you a story. There was this good friend of mine, and he's asked me to share his truth with you all. And he said, Chris, please share this truth. And his story is quite inspiring. And it isn't without its trials and tribulations. And this good friend, let me share with you his story. His story was before he turned 18. He nearly had a criminal record. And he said to me, you know what, Chris? Even though I nearly had a criminal record, it still didn't change him. He still didn't care. He said I was still doing the same old thing. So he had a criminal record before 18. Because what he was gonna do, you could say, was breaking the law. And he got expelled from high school, and he said, even though I put out a tough exterior, Chris, he said I was still very vulnerable inside, and so he nearly had a criminal record, and throughout his life he got put down a lot, and so he had very low self-esteem, low self-worth, and he thought to himself, how can I bring that up? How can I have greater self-esteem, self-worth? And so he loved rap music, and he idolized gangster rap. So he thought to himself, how about I get into a gang? How about I make people fear me instead of bully me? And so he was looking to the gang life. And to be honest, his parents showed him a lot of love. And it wasn't any fault of his parents. He just couldn't find love within himself. He couldn't connect with his truth. So he looked to the gang life. And he was working, how do I become a gangster? And a good friend of his made him realize, Chris, you don't need to be a gangster to have respect. He said, you just need to find respect within yourself. And this energy will then flow out from you. And other people will pick up on this, and they will be drawn to you. He said, you don't need to hurt people. You don't need violence to prove how tough you are. Because he was taught that a real man is a man with his fists. And that's the school of mentality that a lot of guys get told of. You know, a real man, you know, you got to show your toughness with your fists. You must never cry. And so he came from that mentality where, okay, at least being a gangster, you know, I'm tough. I can hurt people. So his good friend made him realize this, and even though he wanted to do this, he was still battling depression within himself. He had depression for a long time. And as much as he tried to put out a tough exterior, he was battling his fight. He was battling his war within. And not once, but twice. Now, this good friend saved him from getting into the gangster life. He also saved him from wanting to kill himself. And he said, why? Why do you want to end your life? He said, you're the friend I've got with the biggest heart. You've got a massive heart, bigger than anyone I've ever seen. And this friend said, I'm all out of heart. And this good friend's name was Pete. He said, Pete, I'm all out of heart. I got no more heart to give. And this guy, he was at his lowest. And even though his good friend told him, he was able to get through to him. And so, he saved his life from wanting to end it. And as time went on, this guy, he got into drinking. He just wanted to drink to drown his sorrows, to drown his pain, because the battle with his inner war still hasn't ended. And he was still heavily depressed. And it got to a point one night where he was losing hope within himself. And he prayed to God and he said, God, send me an angel, because I can't do this anymore. It hurts too much. This guy, he was hurting. And he asked for an angel. And I don't know, maybe God heard his prayer, because God sent him an angel, a beautiful girl. Now, this guy, he's only ever had one girlfriend. And now, this girlfriend is his wife. And if she didn't come along, man, this guy, he was ready to check out. He was ready to give up on this life for good. And so this girl came into his life. And he got back up again. He was ready to face life. And, not long after, they got married. And then after that, you would think happy things would happen. But this is the thing with life. Life will never stop throwing you curveballs. Will never stop throwing unexpected things your way. And after, this guy got married, his wife started battling depression, even suicide. And he was in a job where he wasn't happy, and they were trying to fire him for no reason. And not once, but twice, the savings went down to zero, and they couldn't afford to pay the mortgage. And they nearly got their house repossessed. And they nearly lived on the streets. And I'll never forget shouting to this friend of mine. I said, how did you pull through in the end? He said, I had to never stop believing in myself. I had to never stop keeping the faith. I had to never stop fighting. And he told me, he said, to be honest, Chris, he said, to inspire people, you don't need a crazy story like what I've had to go through. And also, this friend of mine, he got into investment property. And one lesson he learned, he told me, he said, Chris, when you get into investment property, never trust friends. Do your due diligence. Do it on your own. Because unfortunately, these good friends that we thought we could trust, in the end, we lost a lot of money, and they didn't care. And he said, I also lost a lot of money along the way. So he said, Chris, I've lost a lot of things. I've had a lot of heartbreak. and I've had a lot of pain. And and as he was saying, you don't need a crazy story like mine to inspire people. You just need to be connected with your truth and share it with the world. Now, unfortunately, this guy, he had to go through hell and back to be connected with his truth. He had to go through hell. And he said at the end of it, he said, I realized my truth. He said, I realized what it is I need to share with the world. So, I get it. We live in times of uncertainty. And times right now, they're challenging, I get that. However, in these times, I want everyone listening to realize this. You have a truth within you. You have a greatness within you. You have a power within you. And I asked this friend, I said, how come you held out for so long to tell me this, to share it with the world? He said, I want to tell you an important moral, a message about your truth. He said, I held back because the very mentor I had that was supposed to help me told me to focus on selling, focus on other things. He told me not to focus on my story, not to focus on my truth. And he said his mentor told him, oh, that's all ego. And I asked the guy, I said, is it really ego? And he said, no. He said, even though I'm telling you my story, even though I'm telling you what I went through, it isn't to brag or boast about me. It isn't to make you feel sorry for me. You see, I ain't about bragging or boasting. He said, I want to share my story with you because I want you to know that it's okay. It's okay to go through hard times. It's okay to be at your lowest, because he said, I want to show you that you can always rise up no matter how low you can get. He said, I want to show you that you can always rise above your circumstances no matter how painful, no matter how dark it seems. He said, I want you to know that I've come from hard times because the universe, source energy, God, wanted to make me realize I was built for a reason. To go through hard times and to share that with the world. I was given a massive heart for a reason. So, if you are out there and you're thinking, oh, my life's no good, I'm down, I'm out, I see darkness, realize this. It doesn't matter how low you are. And it doesn't matter what your circumstances are now. You may say to me, Chris, yeah, but I'm at my lowest. Remember, this guy was at his lowest. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. So, it doesn't matter where you are at in life. You can always rise above your circumstances. You can always move forward. You can always keep pushing. You know, I learned that the successful people in this world are never without their failures. They've had to fail time and time and time again. They've had to endure many failures. However, remember this, your failures never define you. Your persistence, your tenacity to rise above these so-called failures, which I don't believe are failures, I believe they're just lessons. Your tenacity, your persistence to rise above these failures is what defines your circumstances. And that defines what you are, who you are, your ability to rise above this. Now, that's an interesting story. And I want to share with you this good friend, how I know him so well. That very friend I was telling you about, that story I shared, well, here's a little surprise for you. That person was actually me. And I stand before you Like I said, never to brag or boast, but to show you. I've been through hard times and I know what it's like to be down and out. And if I can rise above my circumstances, I assure you, you can. Now, I chose to be vulnerable. I chose to tell you my story for a reason. And I've never shared my story with anyone, because I want to share with you that you have a truth. You have a gift. You have a light that you need to connect with and you need to share with the world. And one other reason I haven't shared it for a long time until now is because many people were telling me to look outside of myself. Listen to their answers. Listen to what they say is right. You see, so many of us get our truth distorted because we're too busy listening to what other people think is right for us. Hear my words. No one knows what's best for you except you. So, quit listening to what other people have to say, because no one knows your truth except you. And so many people want you to listen to their answers. They want you to listen to them because they think they know what's best for you. No. So many people are afraid to look within themselves because that is the only way you'll ever find your answers. And looking within yourself is the only way you'll ever find the truth within yourself and share it with the world. So, my call to action to you is this. Quit listening to what other people say is your truth and look within yourself and ask yourself, what is my truth? What have I been put on this earth to do that will bring light and inspiration to millions, billions even? I know my truth is I was put on this earth to speak. I was put on this earth to speak about mindset, how to evolve and empower your mindset. Now, my question is, what is your truth? And I shared with you my story for another reason. Now, you've been hearing me offering mindset mentoring. Now, a lot of people out there are going to make offers and say, oh, it's limited to the first 10 only, to take action right now. They're going to use tactics I call manipulation tactics. Now, I'm authentic and I don't believe in that manipulation selling. So I'm going to make an authentic offer. I am going to offer my mindset mentoring to anybody that's serious and committed to wanting to evolve and empower their mindset so they can connect with their truth, so they can connect with their true calling and share it with the world. Now, this offer is for anybody. I'm not going to limit it to 10 people or that rubbish. This offer is for anyone who's serious and committed about wanting to change their life, because I did my story for a reason, to show you that I'm not one of those people out there that say, oh, I can help you through hard times, or I can help you to evolve your mindset, or I can help you achieve success. No. I'm a firm believer in, I preach what I live. You see, I've been through hard times. I know what it's like to go through hard times. I've been through times where I've had to evolve, empower my mindset, rewire my mindset. I know what that involves. You see, I offer mindset mentoring because I had to do work on my own mindset. And if you say, Chris, where are you in a position to offer mindset mentoring? What do you know about the mindset? Well, I'll tell you this. I know a lot about life. I know a lot about the school of hard knocks, and I know about mindset because I've had to work on my mindset to overcome the tough times in my own life. And I want to help you overcome the tough times in your life. Am I doing this for money? No. A lot of people will say to me, oh, Chris, are you doing this for money? No, I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it because I want to serve you, because I want to help you. So that is my offer to you, whoever's listening. I will help you with your mindset. I will be your mentor. And I promise you, I'm not going to be like those mentors that will say, oh, I know what's best for you. You need to listen to me. No. You see, only you know your truth. Only you know your gift. Now, I will help you by doing it this way. You will find your gift. I will help you find it. And I will work with you on bringing this gift out to the world. I will rewire the neurons in your mind. You see, in our mind, we've got conditioned patterns of behavior formed by our neurons. Now, to evolve and empower your mindset, we've just got to change the rewiring. Think of circuits. We just need to change the circuits in your mind to a positive, empowered behavior. So I will help you to rewire your circuits. And I will help you to be the best you can be. So that is my offer to you. And I also make this very clear as well. This offer isn't for people that want instant gratification. I'm going to make this clear. Now. Changing your mindset isn't an instant thing that will happen overnight, or you go into a room one night and your mindset's changed. No. Changing your mindset is a journey. It's a process that one has to go through. So I'm not going to promote instant gratification and say, oh, you'll get instant results instantly, or like what you see nowadays, or change your life in this number of days, make this much money in this number of days. No. No. I promote no instant gratification. I don't promote that. And I will only work with you if you're serious and committed. If I ask you, how bad do you want to change your life? How bad do you want to evolve and empower your mindset so you can be the best you can be? And you share your gift with the world. If you tell me that that number for you is a 5, then I'm not interested. You need to be serious and committed to wanting to change your life, because I am serious and committed to wanting to help you. That's my commitment right there. I'm serious and I'm committed and I want to help you. I need you to be serious and committed back, because it's all well and good to say, I want to change my life, Chris. I want to empower, evolve my mindset. You see, talk is cheap. Anybody can talk. I've got to see it in your action. So if you're not serious and committed, then don't bother with my offer. If you want instant gratification, then don't bother with my offer. Find someone else. I'll work with you if you're serious and committed. So, my question to you is, what is your truth? And what are you prepared to do to make that truth be seen by the whole world? Now, if my offer resonates with you and you've had enough of where you are and you want to change your life for the better, send me a private message and I'll get back to you and we'll see if we're a right fit for each other. Because all I care about is helping you to be the best you can be. Thank you so much. And as always, if you like this video, please like, share, and follow my Facebook business page. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll see all my videos that I've got up there as well. You have the power, my friends. You have the truth. You have a truth within you. Now is the time to get that truth out there. Thank you so much. Namaste.